Welcome back to ciLiving. The Champaign County History Museum is dedicated to preserving the community's stories. Joining me with all the details you need to know about their upcoming events and some trivia is Museum Manager Will Best. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
All right, so tell me about this event that you have coming up on November 13th.
Yeah, so it's our last member benefit of the year. We call it History on the Town. It's an event that is free to all of our members, and you can become a member at the door or beforehand to be able to join in the activities and the fun. But we've held it at a historic building somewhere in Champaign County over the last couple of years. Some of those have been the old News Gazette building, the Cohen building in downtown Urbana. Last year we had it at the Orpheum Theater, where our members had the opportunity to explore the building, see behind the screen, as well as go up to the old projection booth. And our one coming up in just a few weeks is going to be this year at the Tiernan Block, which for a lot of local community members, you'll know it better as the old home of Crane Alley and the current home of Encanto.
Amazing. So if somebody wants to become a member, what do they need to do? And then what do they get if they do become a member?
Yeah, so to become a member, you can either swing by the museum. We have envelopes that you can then mail back to us with a check. Otherwise, you can also go online onto our website and you'll be able to find our member portal where you can sign up for as little as $35 annually. As a part of a membership, you have the opportunity to get a behind-the-scenes look at the work that we do at the museum, as well as some exclusive digital content that gives you just a little bit more information about some of our upcoming programs and exhibitions, and of course access to our member benefits, which we do 2 a year, one at the museum, and of course our History on the Town.
Amazing. And then with that, you also have a trivia night coming up in February, right?
Yes, we do, on Friday the 13th.
Ooh, spooky. All right, fun. So Friday, February 13th, trivia, and you have prepared some trivia for us to play today. Is that correct?
Yes, I have. These are questions from our trivia night that was in February, as well as one centered around our theme. We're trying something new this year, for next year actually, for our trivia night, where 4 of our rounds out of our 8 are going to be themed around the spooky day.
Oh, okay. Around Friday the 13th?
Exactly.
Amazing. All right. So these, if you came to the last trivia night, you might already know.
Yep.
But if you didn't, you can play along at home with us right now. So what is the first trivia question you've got for me?
What invention by DeKalb farmer Joseph Glidden in 1873 changed the face of ranching in the American West?
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait, let me look at that again. The invention by a farmer. So I assume it's maybe a farming tool. I'm gonna guess only because a segment that we have coming up, I wrote on a combine, so I'm gonna guess a combine.
You would be incorrect.
Oh man, what is the correct answer?
It is barbed wire.
Oh, interesting. And so then that probably kept away unwanted birds or something like that. What does the barbed wire do with farming? Yeah,
so farmers obviously utilize it as fencing for their ranches and their pasture spaces. And so it not only ensures and helps keep out unwanted animals, but also helps to keep the animals you do want in your pasture space safe.
Safe. All right, what is question number 2?
After his gig as Clarabelle Clown on the Howdy Doody Show, what captain started his own long-running children's show in 1955?
I know the answer to this because I actually grew up watching this show, but I watched it in reruns. I'm just going to say that I'm not 1955 old, but I'm going to guess Captain Kangaroo.
That is correct.
I loved Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah, Captain Kangaroo was on the air for nearly 30 years.
Wow, and then it was in reruns even longer than that, right? It was like new episodes for 30 years and then just continued on. Was it PBS?
Yes.
I think it was PBS, yeah. The good old days of Captain Kangaroo. All right, and what is our third trivia question?
The 2000 presidential election results were held up because of punch cards that were incompletely punched. What were the little pieces of paper still clinging to the punch cards called?
You know what? I actually think I know the answer to this as well because I remember there were a ton of jokes and news reports and things like that. I'm gonna guess Chads. Is it hanging Chads?
You are correct as well.
Yes,
hanging Chads.
I'm doing really well at trivia today. For me, it's like hit or miss whether or not I do well at trivia. I think it just depends on the topic, and today has been a good trivia day. Do we have more questions, or is that the trivia?
We've got one left.
One last question. All right, let's do it.
What horror franchise is set at a fictional camp that shares a name with a local park?
Oh no, I jinxed myself. I have no idea. I don't really watch horror movies.
Well, would it help you if I gave you the camp name?
Maybe.
It's Camp Crystal Lake.
That unfortunately does not help me.
Well, the answer
Maybe I haven't seen this
is
movie.
Friday the 13th.
Okay, well, now I've learned some trivia. I have not seen that movie. So, well, Will, thank you so much for being here. That was really fun. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us, and we hope to see you at our trivia night.